This is my fight. No, I've still got a lot of fire left.
Good evening to you. It's another Tuesday evening, and we are live on Joy 99.7 FM. This is Geek's Card with your girl Adobea Biritwum. If you are joining us from your car or you are home listening to us on the radio, thank you for making time with us. We are live on YouTube and Facebook at Joy 99.7 FM. If you just want to see what's happening in the studio and you have the chance, you can just hop on to any of our pages and then check us out at Joy 99.7 FM. Tonight we are having a conversation on how you can use Meta AI for maximum productivity. One of the things that we have said at the beginning of the year on Geek Squad is that we need to make use of the technical tools that we have around us, especially AI, to do the things that we do. If it has to do with work, if it has to do with school, and we are going to be looking at Meta AI, which is very close to us now. You have access to it on any of the Meta platforms, WhatsApp, Facebook, and Instagram, how you can use it to maximize your productivity. I have my guest here and we'll be getting into the conversation. But before we do that, we would like to share with you what is happening in the tech space for the past week. So why not take a listen to the emerging tech trends? We will be right back after that.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Emerging Tech Trends on Joy Geek Squad. In our headlines, Prempeh College takes first place in Unknown Mission Challenge and second place overall in World Robotics Competition. And Microsoft announces Copilot Plus PCs with built-in AI hardware. Also, ChatGPT lets users upload from Google Drive and OneDrive directly. And Twitter is officially X.com now. Let's settle for the details. Prempeh College secures first place in Unknown Mission Challenge and second place overall in World Robotics Competition. Headmaster Very Reverend Louis Asari, who led the delegation, emphasizes the school's commitment to providing holistic education and hands-on activities like robotics. Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella announced a major initiative on Monday to integrate AI into laptops through the introduction of the new branding Copilot Plus PCs, which will showcase laptops with built-in AI hardware and support for AI features on the Windows operating system. According to Nadella, this initiative will be implemented by all of Microsoft's major laptop partners. OpenAI has upgraded ChatGPT's data analytics and now allows users to customize charts. Users can add files directly from Google Drive and OneDrive to the chat box, saving the hassle of downloading and uploading, with the feature rolling out to paying users in the next few weeks. And Twitter has transitioned to X.com as its primary domain, but browser type and user login may impact accessibility, leading to mixed results for some users.
Welcome back. This is Geek Squad with your girl Adobea Biritwum. Geek Squad is brought to you by MTN. MTN everywhere you go. I have with me in the studio Samuel Boateng. He is the content creator for Interesting Digital Trends. Samuel, you're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Tonight we are having a conversation on how you can use Meta AI for maximum productivity, because it's just close to us. But before we get into that, Prempeh College is putting us on the map. We heard it from the news today. Anything about that?
Congratulations to the team.
Yeah.
Damn marvelous.
For winning the robotics competition. I think they are doing a great job.
Worldwide, I mean, it's crazy.
Wow. Sometimes it's just really good that we have people pushing them and then they are doing this and putting Ghana out there.
We are proud of you guys.
Yes, we are, definitely. Once it has to do with tech, we are definitely proud of you. So I think in the month of April, we were really having a conversation around AI tools that we can use for work, for school. It would be good for us to just touch on some of the different tools that we spoke about. It's been a while. Maybe someone didn't even join us at all. Just in case you missed the dough, after today's program, you can just check it out on YouTube or on Facebook at Joy 99.7 FM. You can just check it out. The past programs that we had, but we can just do a quick recap. So can we just touch on some of the tools that we spoke about? I know ChatGPT was one thing that we really stayed on, and there's some interesting things around that, so we can probably quickly do a recap, talk about some of the new things that have come up, and then we can get into our conversation for today, how we can use Meta AI for maximum productivity.
Yes. So we looked at a couple of tools and how to use these tools to help us. We looked at how the free ones and the ones that are paid. And up to now, we decided that any simple Ghanaian can jump on these platforms and utilize them, even in their free versions, to do much.
Yeah.
We looked at PowerPoint presentations, that Tome. We had a look at Slides AI.
Yeah, someone probably may not have joined us, so when we mention it, it would be good to just probably spell it.
Okay,
So
I'll spell one out of the three. So we had.
be generous, please.
Yeah, okay. We had Tome, Tome. You can check it out. They are all free. The ones we're mentioning now are free.
Yeah.
Yes. And we have Slides Go, SLIDE, like slide, and Go. When you enter the site, there's a portion that has the AI features, so you can look for that. And then we have the Slides AI. The Slides AI is also just like the Slides Go. You also go to the website. They have the automatic aspect of it. Content generation, we look at ChatGPT, which is ChatGPT,
Yeah.
right? Sonic, and we looked at text cortex, and then we look for tools for transcribing. We had Otter AI and Mote, MOTE, and we look at tools for editing content, that's Grammarly,
Yeah.
Quailbot.
Quailbot.
We look at some of the tricks that we use to copy content from ChatGPT,
Mm-hmm.
like copying them from ChatGPT, pasting them in Notepad before you copy them somewhere else, just to get rid of the hyperlinks and the traces that come with some of the text content.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that we were talking about the aspect where we had students coming to say the teachers are tracking some of their works. And yeah, that's why we're looking at those tips. And we're also saying paraphrasing, taking the content that given by the robots or the AI and rewriting them in your own language. That gives them a different life, so that it doesn't match. And then we also look at other tools such as summarizing notes, Jasper, Nota, and then we look at some AIs that can also join our Zoom meetings and help us to take notes. TL dot semicolon DV, and then some others.
Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, let me keep it around that. And then the final one's image generation. We look at Midjourney. We look at DALL-E, DALLE, and now we have Meta AI also doing images. We have Copilot from Windows also doing images, and most platforms doing that now.
Definitely. So this is more or less like a continuation from the last time, based on the conversation that we had. We're actually supposed to have done the end to what we did, exactly, but yeah, life happened, so we are trying to finish it up and then to continue from where we left off. So we've touched on the different tools that can be used, but today our focus is on Meta AI and then making use of it. So we can just more or less like go over short recap Meta AI, and then we can get into it. But if you're listening to us, you can join the conversation on the WhatsApp number 055-1111-997, 055-1111-997. Tonight's conversation, some of the things will be practical, so it will be good if you have your phone with you do it alongside with us, and then you let us know your feedback. Definitely would like to hear from you.
So remember, we spoke about some couple of months ago, we spoke about prompts.
Yes.
And how to communicate with this AI. We're going to do a little bit of that today. But before that, let's give the chance for those who are new to the platform, who were not here where we had the conversation around the Meta AI. So for those who are not here, you just open your phone. You have WhatsApp. I'm sure everyone in Ghana has WhatsApp now.
Yes.
Even an old man. So if you're able to update your WhatsApp, then it means that you have access to AI. So if you are thinking that you need to download something special or pay some special amount of money before you see an AI, then I'm telling you right now that that is not true. So just open your WhatsApp, updated WhatsApp, not WhatsApp business, your WhatsApp account. And then on the very top, you see a circle next to the camera icon that looks like a purple, rainbow-ish kind of look. All you have to do is to tap on it. And then you can have a conversation. That opens a chat like you're having a conversation with your mom or your friend. And then you can have a question answered by the robot or the AI. Why do I keep saying robot today? So, in the also before you also do that, if you are not identifying the circle, you can use the search option at the top there. There's ask Meta AI or search. You tap in it and you can ask your first question. Let's say, how are you? And then you see ask Meta AI, how are you? You tap on it and you have your first conversation. From there onwards, the Meta AI will now become like a chat or a contact you can always have a chat with. Okay. Then we also looked at how to communicate with it, where people mentioned how they spoke to the AI and generated recipes for jollof.
Yeah.
Some spoke about them using it for emergencies and so on and so forth.
I remember some people also said they didn't have it, so I'm hoping they do have it now. You can just send us your message so that at least we hear from you. If now you have access to it, 055-1111-997. Yeah. We can continue.
As we're diving in, there was a lot to talk about. So we called the AI Llama.
Yeah.
Llama AI. So now we are still on the Llama, I think 3.0. We are yet to go to the upgraded version. This is the free open source version. That means that it's meant for developers to take the content or the AI to develop on it. We are looking forward to having more of the power of this AI, because they said there's going to be a release of a second version, which is being fed with more data than what we have right now. Yes. So we're looking at it in two parts. We got to the second session where you're supposed to generate images, because it's both language-based, where we speak to it, have communication with it, and image generation. So we did the first part where we asked it questions, had communications and conversation with it.
Spoke about brainstorming.
Good.
Yeah.
Look at all aspects of that. And we are going to jump straight into the image generation for today.
Okay, that's fine. So we'll go ahead and do that.
Okay.
Talking about how they can use the Meta AI for image generation. All right. So please, if you are listening to us and you are joining us, you can just grab your phone, just check with us as we go ahead and do it. All right. We have a question. This said, is Meta AI one word?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So this is from Chrissy. He said he's not getting it on WhatsApp.
Good.
He has to check.
Okay. So Meta AI is actually two words. It's Meta, that's Facebook Meta, and the AI, capital AI. You can actually find it on all Meta accounts, like devices, whether it's
services.
Platforms, whether it is Instagram, Facebook, or WhatsApp. If you don't have access to all these platforms, you can actually go to the website directly. You can search Meta AI on Google, and then you can go to the website metaai.com, and then you can have the same interactions that you have with it on your WhatsApp. Okay. So you can follow along if you have your laptop, or even you can open your browser, Google Chrome, and go to the Meta AI website.
Okay. I know when we started this conversation, WhatsApp Business didn't have it. Is it still the same?
Yeah. It's up to now. We don't have it on WhatsApp Business yet.
Okay.
So if you are on WhatsApp Business, you will not see it. Jump to the basic WhatsApp, the normal WhatsApp that we all use. Let's jump on that.
Okay, so now we can just go through it. Chrissy, I hope that answers your question. At least you can just go to any of your tech devices if you have.
Yes. You can if you can just update your phone.
Yes. Sometimes too, if you're
it's on iPhone, it's on Android, as long as you have WhatsApp or Facebook or
you can
Instagram.
have access to that.
Okay, same process. You open your Instagram, you go to your search, you type in a search, you see Ask Meta AI right there. Facebook, the same thing. You go to your search, Ask Meta AI. So we're going to jump straight into, we want to do productivity, look at typical examples of how one can use these particular, platforms.
Yeah.
For instance, I had a friend recently tried to start a business, and he kept asking me questions. Hello, how can I go about this? What do I write? Blah, 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 blah. And I realized that some people are still not like abridged. They've not seen what is ahead. Some of these basic things, you shouldn't ask your friend anymore, because it's like, it's normal now.
Or don't worry your head.
Don't worry your head about thinking about it. All you have to do is have the idea. That's why it's called brainstorming. Have the idea and just have a chat with the AI, and it will help you to generate. Even if you want to do a business summit, whatever you want to write, just go to the AI. I'm going to do a simple example so that anyone out there who has a business or anything of that sort can utilize this particular platform. Especially if you're trying to manage everything on your own. You are the secretary, you are the social media manager, you are the
That's what usually happens.
Exactly. When you start on your own, yes. So maybe by now you might want to hold on to your money instead of hiring social media content creator, blah, 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 for now.
Yes.
And manage with the AI because it's free.
Yes.
I mean, yes. You can actually do it by yourself. Let's look at a typical example. as I was coming to that, thought of what could be the almost common usages of the social media platforms. One of the easiest things for social media managers to do nowadays is to just generate for you what you call holiday post.
Holiday post.
I mean, you hire them and they listen to be posting these holidays. Why don't you do that on your own?
Yeah.
How do we do that? Quickly, we enter Meta AI and ask a simple question: what is the closest holiday? And the Meta AI comes in to list a whole. Why don't we all do that? Let's type in what's the closest holiday, like having a chat with a friend.
Yeah, let's all do it together. You can do it on your phone.
So you don't have to type anything complicated. Just type in what's the closest holiday.
We would like to be hearing from you also. So as we are doing it together, your feedback, you can just share it with us on the WhatsApp number 055 1111 997 055 1111 997. So right now you can do it on WhatsApp,
Yes.
Facebook, or Instagram.
Yes.
Weird. Okay.
I would encourage you to do it on WhatsApp so that you can keep the conversation on and on, so that you can actually go back, read it, and whenever you're in need of the same information I used before, you can actually go search through the chats and then find it.
Okay.
Yeah, so we just type that, and this is my result. It's saying here are the closest holidays in Ghana. I didn't even ask it to specifically nail it down to Ghana, but the AI saw my location and then brought it down to Ghana. He mentioned African Union Day, which is May 25th. He mentioned Eid al-Adha, yet to be confirmed because of the tentative dates in June, blah, blah, blah. Founders Day, 5th August. Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Day, September 23rd. Farmers Day, blah, 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 blah. He gave me like up to 6, up to even Boxing Day. So that means that these are the holidays that are upcoming. So the next question is, what do I do with it?
Yeah.
Now I go in and say, okay, generate an image. That's the image generation process. For those who are not aware of the image generation process, just go in, you just type imagine or generate an image for, then you pick the holiday, African Union Day.
So I think we can just touch on this again. If it's an image that you want, there's a particular prompt that you need. That's generate image or use
generate
imagine.
image or imagine. That is what we call the prompt, the language, the way we speak to it.
Yeah.
Because if you say get a picture, might not understand. So you just say generate an image or imagine this or that.
So it will do the
Exactly.
generation for you.
So if you have a lot of how do you call it, clients on WhatsApp, you see how our mothers have been sharing this old Christmas, Merry Christmas, weird, something like they are even
And good
pixelated images.
mornings
Yes.
and-
What if we could have different images that they are not the
Why
same?
did you say our mothers do? Anyway.
So it helps if you one thing about these AI is that it helps if you actually experiment with it.
Yeah.
You can learn how to control it to generate the images that you want directly. Yes. So that you can get the specific images that you want. Or better still, just create random images that could help you direct your content. So I just typed in generate an image for African Union Day. And there was a magical image created for me in seconds. It said, here you go, you want to see an image move, you can tell me to animate it. And there I told it to animate the image. And it created a GIF for me, like a moving picture. And I can use this as a post. So afterwards, can I just post this image as it is?
Yeah, that's the question we need to ask.
Good.
But can we just go through the generation again? Let's
Okay.
just touch on it.
So I want you to see.
so that people can walk through
good.
with us as we do it. Yeah.
Good. So if you're out there and you're listening to us, I want you to also just share what you've the result. I can screenshot it and send to us.
Yeah.
We'll take a look at it here. Or you can tell us about how it felt generating these images. So the Llama AI is so fast to the extent that as you type, it generates the images. If you want to see that generation as you type, you can use the website platform. It's quicker on that particular platform. As you type the description, the image is being generated. But on WhatsApp, you enter the full sentence, generate an image for African Union Day or any other holiday that you find. You can write, generate an image for either other, generate an image for Founders Day, and it will create that image for you
Okay.
right there.
So
right
literally any image at all can be generated once
Yes.
you use the prompt. The right prompt is generate an image, then whatever image you want, or you can use imagine and then whatever you want in the description.
there. Good.
You have
So this can be used in the form of birthday wishes and morning motivations, anything that you want to create, any content. As I said, you don't need a social media content creator for the beginning of your business.
Yeah.
When you get to a point where you realize, okay, now I want to invest into this because the job is becoming too much, then you bring it on someone.
Yeah, and I don't. Like you're saying, it doesn't even have to only be for entrepreneurs, but like our mothers, like you said,
Yes.
you have access. They
Anybody
have
can-
access to WhatsApp.
Yes.
You want to send someone a birthday wish. You
Yes.
want to create an e-card or something. You can go ahead and get
Easily.
it done and share
Easily.
with the person.
As long as you have the idea, You can even brainstorm around it. We'll look at an example of the brainstorming.
Sure.
So I just generated a GIF. That's the moving picture. We call it an animation. And then I can share it directly. Now, ask myself, what can I do with this? And I go on and ask it to, from the image generated, create a caption for this image if I'm posting it on IG. Yes, and it gave me a long list of explanations, blah, 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 blah. So I can copy that text, post it on IG or wherever I'm sharing the image. Or even if I'm wishing someone, help me create a wishing image message, just slap
Somebody
it with the image.
see it and say, hey, this guy.
Yeah, very fast. And then, yeah, it helps you to generate these contents quickly, as fast as possible. One of the tricks I can also use if you want to get rid of, there's one thing that will bother you a bit if you are sensitive. When the image is generated in the Meta AI, it has this emblem at the bottom.
Yeah, like
Yes.
the watermark. Yeah.
Good. If you're posting it, you can actually crop it out. All you have to do is to crop out the image, crop out the logo, and you're good to go. I mean, they will not arrest you for cropping out.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if you're not so worried about it, all matters is that the communication you're making is being satisfying enough for your clients. That's whoever is feeding off your content.
Yeah.
Yes. Because for example, if I'm a tailor and I can't go and take pictures all the time or generate content and I use these images, my client just want to see me reach them. I mean, they are not so concerned about the emblem at the corner, and it's not so visible. I mean, yes. And so many people are not even aware yet, so you can actually get away with it so many times. Yeah. So let's look at another example. An example is there's this thing that's happening continuously. I don't know if you noticed. The algorithms of these platforms, social media platforms, are changing continuously. We are not someone who is up to date or someone who can get the information continuously. All you have to do is ask AI. Simple question. What are the latest changes in the Instagram algorithm? How can I make it on TikTok?
Yeah.
What are the kind of content you post on Twitter? There will be a whole list. You even get fed up. There's a whole list of I asked the algorithm changes when I was coming, and these are the examples I give: original content prioritization, serial reposters targeted, smaller accounts boosted, and all these things that it states. It can actually it breaks down information.
Gives more details on it.
So that's why we say you can learn with these platforms. So you remember the last time we met, we spoke about learning using the AI. So someone can be a digital marketer, and whatever he learned in university or wherever he learned is done. But for you, you are up to date because every time you are getting more information.
Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah, and it's an encouragement we've been giving our listeners to try and be learning something new every day, especially in relation to tech. So once you have it now very close to you on WhatsApp, at least you can be doing that. If you take 5 minutes, today you're just going to ask, probably you are in a particular industry, you can just check what's happening, the latest in that industry, and then you can learn something new from that. Definitely.
Yes. So now one other tip I'll give others is to stop using Google for now, unless you're going to go to a particular website. Even now, you can still find it on the Meta AI. Anything that you want to find.
If you want to do a search.
And a search. You see how we used to type something in Google, where can I find my socks? And then you are struggling online to understand. Now you can easily ask those questions on Meta AI. Yes. What age is retirement age for blah, blah, blah. Whatever you want to find, even Bible scriptures. When did Paul say this?
But that's what he said the last time. It's as if you have your imaginary, very intelligent friend
exactly.
that you can ask these questions to. So definitely something that can be used.
Yes. So it's not religion biased. It can be used for any religion at all. You can use it. Muslims can use it for learning their Quran if you want to memorize the Quran or anything like that. You can use it for morning devotions, anything of that sort.
What scripture can we use today?
You can even find yes. You can have can you share with me a scripture for today? A scripture that's not so common. What can we learn about Jesus that have not been commonly shared?
Or maybe you have a topic.
Any topic at all.
Give me scriptures concerning love or something.
Exactly. Yeah. One of the way, if you have a girlfriend, you can't talk. Just ask Meta AI. Yes. You can just type in, I just found a fair girl, blah, 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 and I like her. I want to tell her I like her. How should I start? You're good to go. Those who are afraid, this is your encouragement now. If you want birthday ideas too, you can also do that. My girlfriend likes this and that and that. What can I get her for a birthday at a minimum budget? It will list for you. And you'll be amazed.
So it's literally just making use of what we have right now.
Yes.
And it's free to access so far as you have access to the Meta platforms.
Yes. So another thing that we should also look at, when we're talking about the prompt, we were focused on using the prompt and not just for learning prompt's sake. It's about being able to assess the power of the AI to its fullest degree. How do we do that?
Yeah.
We want to dig into the information to get what we want, because the AI can feed you anything.
Yeah.
For instance, I asked about the algorithm, and then it gave me a whole list. Now, if I want it for particular information, how does it deal with me? I can ask further. Okay, let's look at an example. Okay, so from the algorithm information, I asked this question next. From this, what do you advise I post next? As a nurse content creator, I intentionally took it to the medical field as a nurse content creator. So those who are nurses right now can also actually start creating content on Instagram or wherever they want, instead of dancing on TikTok alone. I mean, because they bash you when you dance on TikTok. I don't know if you noticed. All the nurses that have been, you sort of you looking after the patient, you are here dancing. Yes. So why don't you take advantage of your education and teach rather? Give people information.
Maybe
I mean,
you just use one dance to get the people.
Exactly.
And then you start teaching.
Yes. You know Dr. Azaporo, yeah, he has been doing a lot of content now. Now he's been invited to too many places. As a nurse, you could have been doing that in Ghana. He's in Nigeria.
Oh, but some people do it.
Yeah.
Some people do.
Yeah. So there's more. Let's all get on it and hit up the content field so you can have more things coming out. So ask it as a nurse content creator, what can I generate? Then it looked through the information he gave me and said I can generate original content, share my personal stories in the medical field, my experiences, insight as a nurse, educational content, behind the scenes, what happens in the hospital, patient testimonials, nursing tips and tricks. Even now when I wasn't satisfied, I wanted to dig deeper because I don't have time to think. I'm a nurse. I'm in a hurry. I don't have time.
And so I mean, it doesn't even have to be just customized to only nurses. It doesn't have to be just...
Oh, no. That's just an example.
Exactly, it's just an example. So even though we are hammering on the fact that we can see some of them dancing and they should make use of it. Any field at all.
Any field.
You can actually make
I'm not bashing the nurses. I really love nurses. I'm not bashing you guys, please. You can use any field at all. For instance, if you are home and then you've been fired from your job, maybe something happened, you were laid off, and you don't have any job right now, you can ask the AI, what can I do whilst I'm at home? I'm at this. I have the skills. What can I do online or remotely whilst I'm at home? It can advise you. You can have this conversation with it. Okay, I want to do this. I want to do this. Can I start painting stickers? If I want to learn how to do photography, if I want, all these questions can be asked on the AI. Unless maybe you asked to the point where you now want a human interaction, and because now you are going to ask a human being, you have more information because you've already taken the steps to do your research. So the person doesn't come and tell you that you have to pay 10,000 cedis to buy a camera. That is 1,000 cedis.
Yeah, that's so true.
You can have all those conversations. Okay. So I went further and asked it, give me one, look at the language I use, give me one actual example I can record in a minute. So this one was very specific.
Yeah.
So that it can help me to create content. From all the, I'm still having a conversation.
Yes.
Yeah, look at it. I don't know if you all noticed, but I'm still having a conversation. You have to have a chat with that's what we call it, the Meta AI conversation bot. Because when you open your chat in WhatsApp or anything like that, it's still there like a human being. So that means that you have to dig and have a conversation with it like you have with your friend, in order to get information out. So it went further and said, here's a quick example of a nursing tip video you can create in just 1 minute. I can create a quick tip on how to remove gloves easily. He gave me the title, went ahead and gave me the script, and even timed the script. It says 0 to 5 seconds. I should say, hey there, fellow nurses, today's quick tip is to remove gloves easily and efficiently. I mean, every information I need is there. And I even went further and gave me recording tips. Use a clear and well-lit background, speak clearly, blah, blah, blah.
All those details will be given.
Every detail.
The access to the information is there. Now it's about how we would apply it. It's
in
just
fact, we'll close libraries down very soon. With the help of this AI, some of the things that you need to walk to the library to get information on, they are at your fingertips.
That's true.
Very quickly.
Then
I was still stubborn. I'm showing how far you can stretch this particular before I hand it over. You can still stretch it further. I want to generate this video, but at the moment I'm not able to do. But I want to put something quickly so that my people will know that I'm not dead. I'm alive. I'm still around.
Yeah.
I'm about to release some content. What do I do? So I asked it to generate an image of a hand removing medical gloves. Okay, it got me an image. Now I asked it animate it. It did animation.
That's when you make it the moving.
Good. Yeah. Create a caption for this post as an IG. Create a caption for this as an IG post. A long caption. It even gave me 1, use your thumb to separate. 2, gently put your glove. Voila, your gloves, blah, blah. It's a whole caption. that if before I create a video, I can actually post this on my story or anywhere else just to get people in awareness of what's about to come.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So you're out there and you are having any issue, it's apart from content creation, there are so many places. Just think about it for a second. And you'll be amazed at what you can create.
Definitely. And relating it to productivity, I mean, there are times that you have to sit down, think around things, asking about it from people that you think can help you. That whole time that you would spend, like this one happens within seconds, within minutes. You have everything listed down. Now all you have to do is to apply it. And I think that's just the beauty of what we have right now on our fingertips, having Meta AI where we can access it on all the Meta platforms. So definitely it's something that you'd have to try out, and we have seen that you sent us messages. We will be getting to your messages shortly. But before that, did you know that MTN Momo now has an app? Yes, MTN Momo has a brand new app specially designed to make your Momo experience easier, convenient, and faster. Just download the Momo app on Play Store or App Store on your smartphone and look out for the blue and yellow icon. It is that simple. Momo app allows you to view your statements, pay bills, and so much more. Use the app for your Momo transactions and enjoy 100% bonus when you recharge using the Momo app. So go on, download the Momo app now and start transacting with the Flex at no data cost. Just Momo it everywhere you go. This is Geek Squad, and we are having a conversation on how we can use Meta AI to maximize our productivity. It is a tool that we have right now very close to us, and because it is that easy to use, we are encouraging you to make use of it. We've gone through some tips. We'll be getting back into more details of what we have done so far.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So someone may be asking if this thing is actually easy. It is easy. It's very easy. You can do it, I mean, in your Trotsky.
Definitely.
On your way to work. So for those who are doing second jobs, like while they are also working for maybe a company, you have a side job that you do. All you have to do in operating this particular thing is to think about it in having a conversation with someone. I mean, don't let it overwhelm you. Take your time. It doesn't have a time into it. I mean, it doesn't say your time is up, close. No. So you can take your time and just easily have a conversation with it. So you are in a trust key and someone, you want to create a content. You don't need to now think, how do I? No. I want to create content.
When the idea comes to your mind, I mean, just go ahead. Like
quick languages, yes, simple and precise.
Yeah, but we just have to be careful not to use the word driving. That's why you give the example when I trust scheme.
Yeah.
Or maybe someone is driving you and Uber or...
Don't text when you're driving. Yeah, against that. Totally against that.
Definitely. So I think it would be good for us to check some of the questions or some of the feedback that we have received so far from our listeners. So we have one. Please, when you send your question or feedback, kindly add your name to it so that we can just mention your name. We have one from... Okay, the name I'm not very sure. Ikan Ben. He's saying, are there images designed by Meta AI real images, or are the images designed by Meta AI real images or real people? If it's real, can I be sued? That's the question he's asking. He or she is asking.
Okay, so the AI image generation, they don't design. Let me say it that way. The word is not design. The word is generate. So what happens is that I think you have to break it down a bit. These images are formed out of multiple images, like billions of images that are fed to the AI code, the algorithm, or whatever data cloud or whatever system they're using. So they pack all these images together and they feed it. So they are training it so they can generate its own images.
Yeah.
So these images do not exist anywhere.
Yeah.
They are not for anybody.
Real people.
They are not real people that can sue you or come and take your money. No.
Yeah.
You can use it as much as you want. The only problem with the emblem is just for people not to be tricked. Some people feel like when they...
It's real. Yes, that's why they have that watermark.
Scary. So Meta AI wants to conform to the policies of maybe human interaction and things. That's why they've added the logo or emblems for you to be comfortable with the images.
When you see it, you know that, okay, this was generated. It's not real. Yeah. All right. We have another message from Frank in Tema. He says he has Meta AI. And good evening. I'm really enjoying the class from Giorgio in Tema. Thank you so much, Frank, for sharing that with us. Okay, we also have. Okay, this is like a number of. Good evening, Geek Squad. I'm back. Anyways, the Meta AI seems not to answer questions regarding health and related issues unless you write research. Okay, papacy.
Yes. So as I was saying earlier on, there are policies guiding these things. For instance, we trying to talk about not texting while driving. We know that one could text while driving, but it could end up as a fatal thing. Yeah. So for the AIs, they do not want to be your doctors. They advise, but they don't want to end up being your doctors. Because if they do and something happens, you can actually sue them. Yes.
Definitely.
It is quite dangerous to take something that is close to death or life, give in the hands of an AI. Because, as I said, they are being trained.
They are being trained.
When something is being trained, that means that they are not fully there yet for them to take over. That's why they are not doctor AIs yet. So they guide you, but they can't do the full job.
Yeah, so definitely there will be some limits, as you have said. Okay, we are having a conversation about Meta AI. Meta AI, that is the name of the app we're talking about. And Meta AI can be accessed on the different Meta services on WhatsApp, on Facebook, and also on Instagram. So Meta AI is what we are talking about. We've been having a conversation with Samuel Boateng, and we will be getting back into the conversation to read your messages and then to continue. But stay with us. We will be back right after this.
Can you hear it? The freedom in our songs, the sound of liberty that rings from Kaswa to Karaga, from Tamale to Takoradi. It's in the pestles that pound from coast to coast. It's in the busy offices, the crowded streets, and the noisy schools. It's in the wisdom of our elders and in the laughter of our children. It's in seeing how far we've come and looking at how much we can grow. It's in knowing that still Ghana go be. MTN.
Like a small boat on the ocean, sending big waves into motion. Like how a single word can make a heart open. I might only have one match, but I can make an explosion. And all those things.
Welcome back. This is Geek Squad with your girl Adobea Biritwum, and I'm having a conversation with Samuel Boateng, the content creator for interesting digital trends. We're having a conversation on making the most of Meta AI. Meta AI can be accessed on WhatsApp, on Facebook, and on Instagram. We have some messages, and so we'll read them before we get back into our conversation. This is from Kelvin in Community 22 Tema. He's saying, please, I have updated my WhatsApp severally, but the Meta AI is not on my account. I am using iPhone XR. Okay.
So what I would say about that is keep updating severally. You can actually jump on any other platform. Why don't you try using it on Instagram or Facebook? That would save you some data for now.
Yeah.
Until your WhatsApp is up to date. Yeah.
Definitely.
If not, go directly to the website.
Definitely. Okay, we have another message from Papa C. He's asking, won't this AI soon be replacing studies teachers?
Yes.
Very good question.
They will soon be replacing studies teachers until you get to calculus. So for the basic things that, as I said, anything that when these technologies are born, what they do is that they cut off the basic things in life and make the difficult things now become basic.
Yeah.
That is their function. So if you are still looking at studies teachers teaching you 1+1, then you are no longer there. We are now looking at studies teachers teaching us composites, chemical stuff, calculus. We are going beyond the basic knowledge. So if you are hiring someone, you know that, I'm actually paying money for a good thing. Yes, that's where we are getting to.
Definitely. So, yeah, I mean, everyone must get on board. I think that's one of the things that we have been saying for a while now. Everyone must get on board, and like oftentimes we give our phones to our wards, we give our phones to the people around us who are not even yet using phones, but it will be good to also let them know the use of these things so that at least with or without teachers they can make good use of it when it comes to their studies.
Yes.
At least using it for the positive things, it's very important. It's very important. So is it necessary for parents to start introducing their kids, I mean, to the Meta AI, especially for homework? Because sometimes some people use the AI and the feedback that ends up coming, especially when it comes to the prompts that are sent, like you even said earlier, it's not everything that comes that you can just go ahead and use. So how do we even manage that so that at least they make good use of the tools available, but then it gives them the right content?
We spoke about benchmarking previously. I don't know if anyone was on that. You can check out our previous videos. I mean, they are still on YouTube, right? Yeah, so benchmarking is when they test out the capabilities of this AI. You can learn about that, and then you notice that these AIs are not, they are good, but not 100%. So you can put your life on it. So there are policies guiding how it's being used.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can introduce your kids to this AI, because if you introduce your kids to WhatsApp,
yes,
I mean, if they are on WhatsApp, they are already,
they are
then you
using
can't
the
avoid
AI
that.
actually.
So the best thing is to guide them on how to utilize the power of these things. It's like letting your kid know what Google is and how to use Google, because Google can take your kid anywhere. Yes, but Meta AI is even safer in a certain way, because it has a lot of restrictions for now, so that it doesn't go haywire. Because a lot of people are actually afraid of the power of AI, so they put a lot of limitations on it. That's why when you ask medical questions, you can't go that far. So for the kids, you can let them take a look at the Meta AI and utilize its power. But as a parent, you should know that no matter who is teaching your kids the assignment, try and pick at the answers or what was written by your child before it is sent. Even if it's your elder child teaching your little daughter or whatever, you have to still take a look at the assignment, because they might be fighting, and you can give the child the wrong answers, or you might tell him to write A and you're going to write C. So no matter what happens, you, as a parent, it's your job to actually look at the answers before they submit it to school. Yeah.
Definitely. We can't just let them take anything. We'll have to take a look at what needs to be submitted before we go ahead and share that with them. So Meta AI, people are having access to it, and I mean AI in general, the use of it.
Before we go further, let me say this before people lose their minds on this. Our current education system has not embraced it fully yet. So you have to be careful on the usage. For instance, if you let your child always get, let's say your child supposed to write an essay, and every time he goes to Meta AI to write it, and then he goes to school to write an exam, and then he has to write an essay, the child will come home sweating, because there will be no way the child can use the phone in the classroom. The education system has not embraced it fully yet. It is yet to do that. So whilst you're guiding your child, be careful not to let your child lose its physical or just the manual way of working around things. Let the child do that, but let the child also know about these things, just in case, to support what he's already doing. Yes.
I think that support is key, because in using these tools, at least you should even know what to expect to come back as feedback for you. And it would be good to know the basics. The example you gave is very good. Writing an essay, at least you should have an idea what it is before you even start using the tool to give you responses that you can even compare with. So yeah, I think when it comes to the use of these tools, parents really would have to guide their words in the usage, so that they are not totally dependent on it. Otherwise it will become difficult for them to even learn. It will be good to use it to check things from time to time, but then what's important is that they don't become overly dependent on it. Otherwise something like that is going to worry the child or the parents at the long
Before
run.
we finish this session, I want us to look at another example quickly, then we can ask other questions too. So I didn't want the examples to be only relying on content creation. Let's look at a typical example of what can be even done physically.
Yeah.
So a 40-year-old woman or a grandma wants to throw a party for a child. Like, he has a 7-year-old kid who's obsessed with Flash. Movie, superhero. So I just picked Flash as an example, and then I asked the AI, how can I said, hey, I want to organize a party. I use the word wanna. I'm trying to make it look like practical. So even if your English is not good, just type out the idea and to try to pick out the information. So hey, wanna organize a party for my 7-year-old obsessed with Flash. The English was not correct, but I wrote it that way. And I went further. I said, how can I give him the best birthday ever with a theme and everything? So I'm talking in more normal language, right? Good. There comes the answer. I said, this sounds like a fun party. Here are some ideas to make your 7-year-old's birthday fun and a party, a speedy success, something like that. It's trying to also talk with the Flash concept. They said party theme must be Flash, Speedster, Bash. They said they already giving the party a name, Flash, Speedster, Bust. The invitations must be designed with custom designed with a Flash logo on it, or a picture of the birthday boy in a Flash costume. Write the party details in a bold, speedy font. So it's organizing a party for me at this point.
Yeah.
Then they went further. I said decorations. Look, I didn't ask for decorations.
Yes.
I just asked it to help you with the party. It said red and gold balloons and streamers. Signals, flash.
So everything around the theme.
Everything around it.
Flash.
A giant Flash logo or a poster, a Speed Force tunnel or an archway. He's telling me to get a whole tunnel in the room. I don't know how I'm going to do that. Do you get the idea?
Yeah.
Red and yellow tablecloths and caps. Costumes, encourage guests or to dress up as their favorite superheroes and villains. Provide Flash costumes. I mean, look at how
detailed.
Very detailed this is. The games, it has even given me games I've not even thought of before. It said you should have a game called Flash Peace Challenge. Set up an obstacle course and time the kids as they race across. Come on. I mean, this AI can do amazing things if only you put your mind to it.
Definitely. If only we put our minds to it, then we shouldn't have any problem at all using the AI tools that we have available. I've been having a conversation with Samuel Boateng, content creator for interesting digital trends, and we have been talking about how we can make good use of Meta AI that we have available on the Meta services, Facebook, Instagram, and on WhatsApp. Before we wrap up, let's take a listen to the quick tech physics. We will be right back after that.
Hello there, my name is Michelle Lajakum, and as usual, I bring you some tech quick fixes and tips right here on Geek Squad. Now, TikTok allows users to repost content they like, but unlike other apps, such as X, formerly known as Twitter, TikTok's process to undo a repost is not straightforward. 1. Open the TikTok app and find the video you reposted. 2. Select the arrow icon that points to the left in the bottom left corner. This is the same icon you selected to repost the video in the first place. 3. After the pop-up menu appears in the lower half of the screen, select Remove Repost from the top right corner of the menu next to the other accounts that TikTok is suggesting you send the post to. 4. Confirm that the post has been unreposted with a temporary pop-up text at the top of the screen that reads, "Your repost has been removed." And that's it. So go on and unrepost a TikTok post anytime you want to.
Welcome back. This is Geek Squad with your girl Adobea Biritwum. We've been having a conversation on how you can use Meta AI for productivity, because you don't need to sit, think, try to brainstorm, ask your friends questions. I want to start a business. How do I go about it? What should I think about? Even if you are posting things about yourself on LinkedIn, Facebook, anything, I think you can just go ahead, make use of Meta AI, have that conversation. I want to generate posts, add the captions, images, whatever you want. Have that, and you definitely have responses to it that you can go ahead and start using in a week. You want it in a month, whatever it is. I have had with me Samuel Boateng, and we have been having a conversation on how you can make good use of Meta AI. So, Samuel, what are we going to say finally to our listeners before we wrap up for our show tonight?
I'll say play around with the Meta AI, and it will amaze you what you can create or the result you can get from it. I mean, if these tools are coming up and you're not ready to actually embrace them, it will actually overwhelm you at a point, because you have to catch up with it. It's a race. We are all on it. And this is a typical example. You can access anything that you want. As of this point, I just wrote, what is the latest updates on medical's relationship issue? I just asked